God be with you.
How are the Talmberg folk getting on? Is it peaceful here?
Do you even have to ask? There's a big festive occasion coming up. Lady Stephanie's cousin is getting married and everyone at the castle's getting ready for the wedding. All of us here help out any way we can too. It won't be at the castle though. Shame. It's not often you get to see a fine affair like that. And that's not all. I heard from the stonemasons there's been some trouble at the quarry. Hope it doesn't drive them away. They spend a lot here. Thirsty work, you know. I just hope Sir Divish and his quarrymaster get it sorted out. Yeah, and another thing. You're that lad from Skalitz, ain't you? It is you, ain't it? Well, you ought to ask folk in Rovna how they're doing. Some of them come here for an ale now and again, and they don't look too happy.
Good day to you.
Greetings. What do you need? The monastery stalled the purchase of stone and everything connected to the building project. And now I find out it's because of the quality of the stone blocks, or so they say. I don't believe a word of it. It looks like profiteering to me.
What do they say is wrong with the stone?
Supposedly, there was an accident when one of the stone blocks broke loose, fell, and killed someone. But the quarrymaster swears by all the saints it isn't possible. He says he sends only the best stone, and I believe him. He's reliable and an experienced quarryman.
Profiteering? What's the monastery trying to accomplish?
To lower the price. What else? We've already given them a fair price, and they still delay with payment. Or worse.
Worse? You mean they'll stop paying completely?
You could put it that way. They're looking for an excuse to back out of the contract and find another quarry where they'll be able to secure a more favorable deal.
And is anyone dealing with the problem?
Well, my chamberlain is in charge of it, as always. But all he's done is send them a letter. He says putting more pressure on the monastery could provoke them. Those are his words.
So there's nothing else that can be done?
I don't know. I've been thinking about taking a more direct approach. But I expect the Chamberlain won't even hear of it. He'll just keep on sending them polite letters and hoping that does the trick.
I could help with this.
Do you think this is a job for you? You aren't even in my service.
I do serve Sir Radzig. He knows he can rely on me when he needs me, and I've never let him down.
This is true. So do you want to go to Sasol and ask about the stone?
Yes, I'll do it.
Good. I'd like you to ask about the stone and keep your ears open. See if they aren't talking about another quarry.
I'll do my best. Hopefully they'll talk to me.
They will. You ride in my name, so don't forget to remind them of it. God be with you.
God be with you.
Miller Peshek from Ratai sent me with this ring for you.
A ring?
Here it is.
Useless fucking bauble. You must be Henry, right? Peshek told me about you.
What the... Why did you throw it away? Do you know how much trouble I had to get it? Peshek said it was important to you.
Like I said, it's a piece of junk. It was just a test to see if you've got the balls to work for the miller. It's a custom of ours, testing fledglings in the trade with a nice little wild goose chase. We need to see if you'll be hobbled by pointless principles, or if you're willing to use your head. Congratulations. You passed the test, and now we'll have a few jobs for you.
Good day to you.
Is something troubling you?
I wouldn't say it's troubling me exactly, my boy, but I've heard talk about the Sasso blacksmith and I'm losing sleep over.
What talk might that be?
They say they've heard him chanting when he tempers steel, and that nothing of his ever breaks.
And, how could I help with that?
Simple enough. Go there and find out if there's any grain of truth in it.
I suppose asking costs nothing.
Just don't ask him outright about any sorcery.
Don't worry, I'm not that daft.
Good, good. And don't worry. You won't be the poorer for it. Once you find out what's what, I'll find a way to recompense you.
All right. I'll go and see if there's anything to the stories.
Good. But be subtle about it. Don't go embarrassing yourself. Or me.
Good day to you.
Is there anything I can do for you?
As it happens, there is. Drahomira, a widow from Ledechko, requested my services. But it's a long way on foot, and me with my back in such dreadful pain.
All the way from Ledechko? What, they don't have a herbalist there?
They do, but she didn't want a local. She's a rich widow, inherited a butcher's shop. You know how folks like to gossip, especially about anyone who's better off than them. Do you know anything at all?
Exorcisms?
You know, banishing ghosts, smudging.
A haunted butcher shop? All in a day's work for me.
It's not a task to be undertaken lightly. This is a real ghost, the spirit of a dead man who hasn't found peace.
Slit a black cock's neck on the poor soul's grave? Sounds like fun. I'll help you.
It's no game. It's a very serious matter.
Fine, fine.
That's a question for Drahomira. You'll find her in her cottage on... Take care.
My respects to you. Maybe you haven't noticed, but
I'm listening.
we've got a human captive we pulled out of the river. I've an idea what to do with him, but I need a little help. I have my own plans for him, but I need a bit of help.
I'm in the service of Radzig Cobbler, and that Cuman should be swinging from the Rat-Eye Gallows.
Maybe, but I'm not taking him there. I don't have time. I'd rather throw him into the mill run.
You're not throwing anyone anywhere. That Cuman is an enemy of the king, and he should be punished by the crown.
Don't yell at me! Of course he should be punished, but like I said, I won't take him anywhere. If you want, I can hand him over to you for a share of the reward you get, which obviously I'll take in advance.
You know what? Let's do this a different way. I'll go and ride to Perchton. There I'll tell Sir Radzig about a miller at the Bujinsky mill who's hiding a Cuman raider, and then we'll see who ends up in the mill.
But that's not true! I'm not hiding anyone!
It won't be up to you to judge what's true and what isn't.
Fine. Go ahead and take that fucking human. And go with him to hell for all I care.
I will. To Rat-Eye, but thanks.
God be with you.
I want to ask about that Cuman.
Ask away.
How did you manage to catch him? It's not like I underestimate you, but I can only assume he was armed.
Aye, he was. But he had a bit of bad luck. I went for water in the morning, and all of a sudden I saw a man on a horse riding through the ford. Halfway down the ford, the horse got wild and threw him into the water. I waded in and pulled him up on the shore. And then I realized he was a Cuman. Luckily for me, he'd hit his head and was out cold. So I dragged him into the barn.
I don't care. As long as that Hungarian bastard is locked up, I can sleep in peace.
I'm here for the Cuman.
What?
The miller told me I can take him away. He's headed for the Rat-Eye Gallows.
Right.
Don't just stand there, then. Open up.
Oh. Very well.
akartok már megint? Gyáva nyulak vagytok mind. Itt tartotok, mint egy állatot, de egyikőtök sem mer velem kiállni. Köpök rátok, szukafagytok.
Get up. The executioner and Ratai can't wait to meet you.
Mi? Mi történik?
Stop talking and get up.
Please, no, no, Ratai.
How about that? You do understand. And you don't want to go to Ratai? If I were you, I'd feel the same way.
Please, money, underground.
Money, you say? I'm listening.
Igen. Me, freedom, you, money.
One moment. I'm not letting you go.
Freedom, you, money.
If you really take me to the spot where you have the money hidden, I'll let you go.
Money, you. Köszönöm, Isten fizesse meg a nagy lelkűségedet. Nem fogod megbánni.
Ah, that's enough of your yapping. Let's go. No doubt we've a long journey ahead. And no tricks. Is that clear?
Igen. Az ott egész ismerősnek tűnik. Világos. Miért is ásta volna el a közelben az idióta Tihamér? Hol a faszba is volt? Az ott egész ismerősnek tűnik. Here. Money. Here. Itt van mi? Money. Here. Itt van mi? Igen?
I have what I wanted. Now we're going to Ratai, my friend.
Christ be praised.
I'm here about the cumin.
Ah, so it was you who brought him. I suppose you've come for your reward.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, I'll tell you that. That is the first cumin anyone's ever brought in alive. Then again, those devils don't deserve any mercy. Anyway, here's the reward for your service.
Thanks.
Aren't you observant?
You still owe me. Don't think I've forgotten.
I don't owe you. I owe your father, and he's dead. So get out of here.
You realise I could kill you without a moment's thought? Anytime I want to, you coward.
No, I can't take any more. Fine, I owe you. And what am I supposed to do about it? You think you'll get anything from me? Look at what I've got. But maybe I could. Maybe I could tell you where you can find some money. If you forgive my debt, that is.
All right, then. Start talking.
No. First, I want you to swear you won't be demanding anything else from me.
Very well, then. Talk.
When we were running from Skalitz, I heard something. I don't know who said it. It's a miracle I could even hear it in that chaos. Either way, somebody hid a lot of coin under a dovecote.
Under a dovecote? And that's it?
That's all I know. How many dovecotes could there be in Skalitz? If you've got the guts to go back there, you're bound to find it.
Fine. We'll see.
Oof, you're in the wrong place.
I feel quite hungry.
Hogy a faszba?
It's here. That Kunesh wasn't lying. But I know this goblet. It belongs to Baron. And he's still alive. I saw him in Ratai among the refugees, wearing red as always. Now what?